Sauber Motorsport AG, currently racing as Alfa Romeo Formula One team, have a long and varied history, competing in various disciplines since the 1970s. But it wasn't until 1993 they began their Formula One campaign. Sauber have partnered with multiple engine manufacturers throughout their time in the sport, including both Ford and Ferrari. But their best results came between 2006 and 2009, where they worked with BMW, achieving second place and third place in the Constructors' Championship in 2007 and 2008 respectively. In 2018, iconic brand Alfa Romeo became their title sponsor, the Italian marque's first entry into the sport since 1985. After a sixth-place finish in 2022, they retained Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu for 2023. After more than 60 years away, the British racing green of Aston Martin returned to Formula One in 2021. Formerly competing as Force India and Racing Point in previous years, the team's route stretched all the way back to the Jordan Grand Prix outfit in 1991. Via Midland, Spiker, and a succession of reorganisations and acquisitions, the name Aston Martin now returns to the sport it left in 1960. Based in Silverstone, a stone's throw from the iconic circuit, they trade one world champion for another in 2023. With the rest of the sport, they bade an emotional farewell to retiring four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. Two-time world champion Fernando Alonso is his worthy replacement. Canadian Lance Stroll, son of the owner Lawrence, is retained to complete the lineup. Debuting in 2016, the USA-based Haas team began strongly in the midfield, with Frenchman Romain Grosjean bringing his car across the finish line in sixth place in the team's very first race at the Australian Grand Prix. Ferrari supply the power units and transmission to Haas as part of a technical partnership which has helped the team maintain their cost-effective and sustainable operation. After a lean couple of years, they rose to 8th last season and will this year field the experienced duo of Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg. The Red Bull-owned AlphaTauri team was originally formed in 2006 under the name Scuderia Toro Rosso, with the intention of developing a pathway for Red Bull's junior drivers to the parent team, Red Bull Racing. Since 2010, they've worked independently, with their own car being designed and built in Faenza, Italy. In 2020, the team achieved only their second win at Monza, courtesy of Pierre Gasly. The first win and sole pole position came from Monza too, this time in 2008 with a young up-and-coming superstar Sebastian Vettel in the driver's seat. F2 champion Nick de Vries finally makes his F1 bow with AlphaTauri this year, partnering the retained Yuki Tsunoda. Debuting in 1977, Williams are one of the most famous and well-recognised teams in motorsport, with over 100 Formula One race wins. Rising from a small team in the 70s to industry leaders in the 90s, Williams have boasted some of the most famous and accomplished drivers of all time in the driver's seat, including Nigel Mansell, Damon Hill, Jenson Button, and of course the late great Ayrton Senna. However, over the last few years they've been consigned to the back of the grid, developing young talents such as Nico Rosberg, Valtteri Bottas and latterly George Russell. Now owned by Dorilton Ventures after the legendary Sir Frank and Claire Williams sold their namesake team, Williams retain Alex Albon for 2023 and welcome rookie Logan Sargent, the first American to race in F1 since Alexander Rossi in 2015.